Hello everybody, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos here from onlinechesslessons.net, and in this DVD we are going to be talking about strategy, and for this introduction I chose a game between Grandmasters Boris Gelfand against Nigel Short. So we'll get started. We are going to play as black. Gelfand opens the game with d4, and black plays e6. This is a flexible move order for us, and this is used by French players. I mean, if white plays e4 now, then we are playing a French after d5, and when white plays c4 we can still be flexible and play b6. Here we can try playing a Queen's Indian with bishop b7, maybe bishop b4, and trying to play positions from the Nimzo Indian defense. We can always play knight f6, and sometimes we can play f5, and we get a position from the Dutch defense as well. So what I like about this move order is it's flexible. However, white gets a good center with e4, bishop to b7, and here white plays bishop to d3. We have some other options like knight to c3. This is probably the most natural move in this position. We can play bishop b4, pinning the knight, therefore attacking the e4 pawn, and the idea is to play bishop takes c3 anyway, because we destroy his pawn chain. I guess the other main line here is playing f3, building up a strong center and stopping our bishop on b7. We have some ideas here as black. A good move to consider is queen h4 check. You're probably asking why queen h4 check. He'll just play e3 and we have to move the queen again. True, but then once he plays e3, he's also creating weaknesses in his position, and one day we'll play f5, and we know this diagonal is quite weak. That is why I like the queen h4, queen e7 maneuver. And okay, white plays bishop to d3, and here we play knight to c6. The idea is to put some pressure here, but basically we are trying to get his bishop pair with a knight b4. You have to remember that the bishop pair is quite strong, especially in open positions. That position right here is not open, but we can try opening that position in the future, maybe with d5, f5. Of course, we have to finish our development first, but getting this bishop on d3 is a good start, and we have to take the bishop here because otherwise he'll just play bishop b1, and then he'll push the knight back, playing a3. So we take, queen takes, and then simple move d6. There's no point in playing bishop b4. Okay, we pin the knight. We are trying to trade some pieces off, but if we take, then we lose the bishop pair. And here we see opposite colored bishops. When we see positions like this, we tell this is equal. However, the opposite colored bishops, they are favoring the attacking side, and white, he's got more space, he'll probably attack, therefore he's better. I already see variations like this. Maybe he can also try bishop e5. So there's no point in playing bishop b4. We want to keep this bishop. So we play d6. White decides to castle short. Well, that is a good decision, I guess. If he castles queenside, or if he tries castling queenside, I believe one day we'll play a6 and b5, and even if we sacrifice a pawn, we'll have a strong attack on the queenside, and our bishop pair is going to be strong. So this is better. And here short plays knight to e7, which is it's not a weird move, but probably knight f6 is the natural move here, because white can't play e5 yet. First of all, this diagonal is open, and second of all, when white plays e5, we can just take. And the queen on d3 is hanging, so I like this move, trying to play bishop e7 and castle as soon as possible. We'll see short had other ideas in this game. And we still have a closed position, so let's see how black activates his bishop pair. And white plays d5. Yeah, this is a very good move. First of all, as we said before, white has more space, and when you have more space, you don't have to trade pieces off, and what is more, you have to win more space. d5 wins space for white, maybe knight d4 is coming, and this move, it's also blocking our bishop on b7. So yeah, we are gonna have a hard time activating our bishops. Here short plays queen d7, and feels like we are going to castle queenside. Otherwise we have to play a move like e6. But playing e6 right here doesn't look great in view of these holes. I'm not worried about queen d4 yet. I mean, I can play e5, but maybe a move like bishop e5 is annoying for us here. So queen d7, we are flexible, we can castle queenside, maybe we can try castling kingside too. And white decides to play f4. Now we see a move like this, we know that position is going to be open. One day we can try playing f5, and he can't play a move like f3 to keep his pawn structure. And when we see a move like this, we also know he wants to attack. And okay, short plays e6. Well, now we can play this because there's no bishop e5 there. I'm not saying f4 is a mistake for white, but probably he could have played a move like bishop e3. If we castle queenside, then he knows our king is there, and he can try attacking on the queenside. Let's say a4, a5, or b4, a pawn storm. And if we play a move like e6, then he can play bishop e5 again, maybe. I don't know, maybe Gelfand saw f4 and he was not worried about e6. That is another possibility, of course. We play e6, white plays knight d4. Well, here we see the f4 idea. Now we can't play e5. We can, but it's not a good idea. He'll just open the f file. I believe this move is good enough. Maybe he has other possibilities like queen f3, but this is good enough. And then he's got a strong pressure here. Our king is still in the middle, so we want to open that position, but e5 is not a good way to do so. We can just go, yeah, this move. And okay, white decides to play b4. Yeah, he'll probably attack on the queenside. We know that. And we also have to say that if he takes on e6, this is only favoring us. Once this d5 pawn disappears, then our bishop on b7 is powerful, and now e5 makes more sense. Not to mention we'll have two powerful bishops now. Suddenly that position is quite open. White tries b4. I don't think he wants to play c5, because yeah, if he plays c5, then the d5 pawn is hanging. But he'll probably play a4 and a5. So before he plays that, we have to get some activity, and we play bishop e7. Here comes white's first mistake. In my opinion, he plays b5. I mean, this move is great looking. White wins more space, and what is more, we can see he's trying to play a move like knight to c6. And then we are in trouble. If he gets a pawn on c6, then he can try queen a6. Our king doesn't have escaping squares. It's like we can't allow a move like knight c6. There's just no way. That is why b5 is great looking. I feel bishop e3 is better. Maybe a4, trying to play a5. So let's see why b5 is not good. Here we have an easy decision, which is taking on d4. I know this is offering our bishop pair, but we win a tempo. And believe it or not, here we have a stronger development. So now we counterattack playing f5. So this tempo, or this tempi, white lost here. It's relevant, it's important. And after f5, white's center is falling. There's no way he can support his center now. and we are putting strong pressure here. So Gelfand decides to play rook e1. If he takes this way, we can just take with the knight, and we win another tempo, attacking the queen, and we can try something like this. Yeah, we can also take on d5. Maybe the problem of playing this, apart from this move, it's probably this, and we don't want to see the open c file. So we can play something like queen e7, trying to trade queens off. Yeah, rook d1, it's stopping queen d4. After this, I think we have an easy game. We are going to take this pawn back, and we probably have an advantage too, because our bishop is much better than his. So this was probably better than rook e1, because rook e1, it's not a passive move, but right here, when he plays rook e1, it's because he wants to protect his center. Therefore, it's a defending move. And another great move by short. Before taking on e4 or before taking on d5, we prepare everything. We bring our last piece into the game, and I mean, we still have both choices. And he plays bishop to b2. Well, if he takes here, we can just take with the queen, and we see the rook on e1 is not protected at all. That means we'll probably win a pawn, because now if he plays bishop b2, we'll take, and then we play knight f5. Yeah, this is absolutely winning. And well, the other possibility would be taking on f5. I don't like this though, because now we can speed our development up. Playing knight to f5, the e file is getting open, and his first rank is weak. For instance, queen d3 we can just take, maybe queen takes, and then queen e1. So suddenly, as we said before, our development is paying off. This is, I mean, once we see rook h e8, we can understand this move, but this is a tough move to play, because here we have two good-looking moves. But before starting tactics, we prepare everything. So, okay, rook h e8, bishop b2, and then we take on e4. White plays knight takes. Yeah, as we saw before, pawn takes, it's not good. Queen takes, knight takes, and then knight f5 wins a piece. So he plays knight takes e4, and we have to be careful about knight f6. Here comes another great positional move, knight e8, and so far we saw two tough moves in this game, rook h e8 and this knight e8. This is not easy to play, of course. Knight to f5 is great looking, but after queen d3 there's no way of stopping this move, so we can play the passive and solid knight e8. White plays knight to c3, and we still have to work to free our position, so we play queen f7. Once more, putting some pressure on d5. Before we take, we have to be sure about this, because we open the C file. So white plays rook to e3, and then we take. It's interesting to see that we take now, because the rook is not on e1. I mean, the queen on d4 is kind of overloaded now, protecting d5 and protecting the rook on e3. Previously, the rook on e1 was well protected. So now we see knight takes d5. If this, we can just win a pawn, I guess. And then we go back with our bishop to b7. Not clear, but we have an extra pawn. With good play, I think we should win in the long run. And, well, if rook takes this in-between move, it's possible as well. But the problem is now we control the e file. We can consider moves like rook e2, and we have a big initiative, maybe taking on d5 as well, followed by a move like knight e7, and this pawn is a clear target. So as white, I mean, he can't lose the initiative, therefore he tries knight takes d5 here. We take on e3, and once more white makes a mistake taking with the queen. This was better, although after rook e8 we have the initiative. Remember what we said before. Opposite color bishops, they are favoring the attacking side, and here it's clear that we are attacking as black. That bishop on b2, I mean, this diagonal is empty, whereas bishop b7, you know, we have targets, and rook e4 is a big threat here. So, well, queen takes. Problem of this move, it's obvious. We just win a pawn. I guess Gelfand wanted to play with the bishop. However, a pawn is a pawn, and I don't think white has enough compensation. Very nice move, king b8, just in case if he plays a5, we are well protected, and he tries a5. Well, here I wanted to say, if at some point we play queen c5, trying to trade queens off, the idea is great. However, he has bishop d4, and we can't trade queens, so here we keep on taking pawns. Well, this looks like a computer play, but here I think taking pawns, it's fine, because we have a solid position for the king, and we have good resources for defending, so taking on b5, it's just fine. We have to just calculate a bit, and then we take on b6 again. Yeah, queen takes b2 is too risky. I don't think pawn takes is correct. After king a8, yeah, the king is safe there. I think this is better. Then we are forced to take here, and well, the king is not in a good shape on c7. Probably white has something else, but after b takes c7 there, I stop analyzing this for black. This is solid. And by the way, queen takes, still not good in view of bishop d4. So pawn takes, bishop to d4. Yeah, queen e4, we can just play d5 and it's over. So bishop d4, queen c6. Well, after this, he's running out of threats. We also control the e file. Rook c1, queen b7. It's nice to see that all we have to do here to win is defend. We have to wait. And yeah, probably the last thing we have to do is move this knight somewhere else. I mean, trying to play something like this maybe, or if we can get this knight out, that would be great. White keeps firing with f5. Well, he's down 2 pawns, so he has to try something like this. Queen e5, rook e8, and okay, he tries queen h5 instead of taking the pawn. Well, if queen takes, remember, once you have more material, all you have to do is trade, and queen e4, I think he has to trade. So he tries queen h5, we still play queen e4, and yeah, I believe white can resign here. Let's see the end of this game. 2 extra pawns, solid position. As we said before, all we have to do is defend. So queen e7, queen a2. And here we'll see black's technique. Rook a1. Well, last threats by white. And we just play queen e4. We don't have to stop queen a7. The only move we have to stop is queen a8. Because queen a7, we just move the king here, and as long as we have the queen on this diagonal, there's no danger. The king can run away via d7. So rook c1, queen b7. The game is over already. Queen a4, rook e7, queen b3. Yeah, the game is over, although, I mean, we still have the chance of making mistakes. That's what I see. After queen b3, I see white resigns here, and let's see why. The threat is playing queen e8. Although we still have king d7 there, we can just take the bishop, and when he plays queen e8, the king is safe here. King takes, queen e4, and he's running out of checks. He's also running out of threats, and now we have the threats, and we also have the chance of trading pieces off. This is probably why Gelfand resigns here after queen b3. Yeah, knight takes f2 is absolutely winning. So I hope this game was useful, and we'll continue analyzing in next game. This is Grandmaster Damian Lemos here for onlinechesslessons.net. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to receive more free chess videos from us, you can just click the subscribe button below. I would also highly recommend signing up for my free mail course, the 10 Grandmaster Secrets to Dominate Chess. During this exclusive course from onlinechesslessons.net, I'll share with you my own Grandmaster shortcuts to effective attacking, defending, and growth hacks to improving your chess without complicated books or memorization. So sign up by clicking the sidebar on the right, and I know you won't be disappointed. Once more, this is Damian for onlinechesslessons.net, and I'll see you in my videos. Thank you.